What's up, Geeksters? It's me, Omar from geeksterlabs.com. This video is sponsored by Cell Cashier. If you want to visit them, check out the link in the description. So this is just a really quick video I just want to do for those of you that are curious about the menu options that are available on the Galaxy S6 Edge. And so I did a video of this similar for the S5, and apparently a lot of people enjoyed that video. So I wanted to give you guys just another quick little tour and show you the different menu options that come with the camera settings on the S6 Edge. So as you can see here, we have some, it's arranged a little bit differently than before, so you can actually just hide those functions, you can turn them back on. So on the side right here we have effect, and so when we go to effect you can either turn off the effects, you can have faded color, oops, where'd it go? You can have cartoon, vignette, grayscale, moody, vintage, tint, and you can even download some additional effects. If you want to turn on HDR, you can do that right there. So there's auto on and off. Below that we have a timer, and the options for that are 2 seconds, 5 seconds, and 10-second options. And then we also have the auto for flash, the on and off. I apologize with the glare, guys. It's really difficult to film the screen of this phone because it has a curved edge to it and it's so shiny, so I apologize if any of this looks a little funny or weird, but it took me a while just to set up to get it looking like it does here. And so I want to also show you guys the settings here. So when we get to camera settings, I'll give you guys some here. Let's run this through. So with picture sizes, so 16M we have 16 by 9, and that's 5,312 by 2988. Then we have the 12M, which is 4 by 3, and that's 3984 by 2988. 8.9 megapixel, that's 1 and 1, so that's 2976, so those are square images. Then we have the 8 megapixels, which is 4/3, and that's 3264 by 2448 resolution. And below that we have the 6, which is 16 by 9, and that's 3264 by 1836, and then 2.4M, which is 2048 by 1152. So I'm going to stick this on here, but on the highest quality one, because of course I want the highest quality photographs. Next we got video. So the first thing it's going to tell you here is that the following will be unavailable while recording in UHD, QHD, FHD, which is 60 frames per second, resolutions. And so that's HDR, rich toning, video effects, video stabilization, taking pictures while recording video, and tracking autofocus. So that's kind of interesting that all those things are not available, especially the video stabilization. So that's kind of a bummer, especially with 60 frames per second on that resolution. So let me show you here. So we have UHD, which is pretty much 4K. So it's 3840 by 2160. We have QHD, which is 2560 by 1440. And then we have FHD, which is what you would normally be used to. That's basically 1080, so it's 1920 by 1080p. And that's 60 frames per second, so that's a little bit faster, a little bit smoother while recording, higher frame rate there. And then we have regular 10HD or 1080 HD, and that's going to be probably at 30 frames per second right there. And then below that one we have HD, which is 720. And then we have VGA, which is 640 by 40, which I'm not even sure why that's an option on there. So, like those options said earlier, if I was to pick like HD, when I turn HD on, I have the option here to turn on video stabilization, but that's only in 720. So if I want to go over here and do like just even a 1080 HD video with 60 frames per second, that video stabilization turns off, and I'm not able to turn that on. So kind of a bummer, but that's just the way it works. So you can turn on your grid lines, location tags if you want to tag stuff based on your GPS location, review pictures, so view pictures immediately after you take them. So I have it turned off, but like a regular DSLR camera, when you take the picture, it shows you how the picture looks, which might be helpful, especially if you're doing like selfies and things like that. You just want to know right off the bat if it looks good. Quick launch, so this is when if you hold the home button, if you press it twice right off the bat, even when the screen's turned off, it jumps straight to the camera, which is really nice if you have to get a quick picture. Another option I have here is voice control. So what's cool about that is when you switch it on, when you're in your camera mode, all you do is say to take pictures, you say smile, cheese, capture, or shoot, and to record videos, you say record video. So you have to be in the camera app to do that, to take pictures. It won't do that from the home screen or anything like that. But that's actually kind of a fun little feature to have right there. Volume key functions to take pictures. You can change it to record video or to zoom, so you can have it to where your volume buttons will change that. You can turn on and off your shutter sound, and you can reset all the settings, and then there's also a help menu in there as well. So those are all the setting and options as far as that goes. So over here we have, obviously you can get back to your photo album. You can switch over to the videos, and right there, and I think it's recording, resume, stop, and then you have your regular taking pictures, and then this is to switch it out so that way it's facing, hey, the front right there. So once your face has been recognized, tap the heart rate sensor to take your picture. So you can use the back heart rate sensor to to take photographs, which is kind of a cool option to have. What's up? Let's switch that back out. Bam. So let me show you some of the different modes we got here. So this is where it gets really cool. So right now I'm in auto mode, so it takes away a lot of the options. It makes it really simple, easy to take really good pictures. I'll show you the Pro in a second though, because that basically opens up a lot of different things if you want to get really artistic with your pictures. We have selective focus right here, so when you turn that on, to tap an object less than 20 inches away to focus on it, then tap the camera button to take picture. So that's what the selective focus does. So then we have the panorama, which is basically very similar to if you have an iPhone, basically like the panoramic picture. So you hold it in one place, and as you move, it'll take one really long picture of the object or the scenery, because you're probably going to use that if you're like outside in a big open space. We have our slow motion, which is obviously, it has really high frame rate, so when it films it, it records it, when it plays it back, you can select the section that you want to go into slow-mo. And then we also, opposite of that is fast motion, which is basically stop motion. So if you let's say you want to record a sunset that takes like maybe 30 minutes for the sun to go down, you can record it and it'll do it in like in 10 seconds. It'll be real fast and quick. So that's what fast motion is. Next one we have here is virtual shot, which is a really cool option. I'll show you guys what that looks like in just a second. And then we have download. So when you go to download, you can actually purchase additional camera modes. So you have sport mode, dual camera. So if you want to record the front and the back of your camera at the same time, surround shot, food shot, which is really funny because it actually gives you some presets for taking really great food pictures, which is that's funny how that's actually an option. So there's a bunch of different modes you can actually purchase, and most of them are free. I don't believe any of these cost any money. Of course, there could be some that come down the line that they will charge you for, but all those different modes are free if you want to throw them in there. If not, it keeps them out of your way, and so you don't have to mess with them or bother with them. Let me go ahead and show you Pro before we get to virtual shot. So when you get to Pro, this basically opens up a bunch of new options. So here we have custom and standard. So auto, this is the auto focus. So if you want to manually focus the screen, you can do that. For standard, you have breezy, vivid. These are all the different styles of video. So you see it's like changing the white balance almost on these. Which is not the white balance, it's just like a preset. So I'm gonna go standard. If you want to change white balance, so you have auto, or you can switch it up. So you have daylight, cloudy, incandescent, fluorescent. So these are all things. If you guys are used to using DSLR cameras, those are all types of options that you're probably going to know. Especially like this one here, ISO. You can change your ISO from auto all the way up to 800 on this with the options here, and you have your compensation too. So you go -2 to +2 if you want to do that. So kind of it opens up a little more things to make it a little more, give you some flexibility and freedom to get really artistic with your pictures, and that's something that is available to you in the Pro option. So let me give you guys a tour or give you a demo on how virtual shot works. So basically, virtual shot allows you to take a three-dimensional object, and then it allows you to go around. It's almost like panoramic. It allows you to go around the object, and it films it while you're doing it. And after it does that, you can view the video in 3D. And let me give you a demonstration. So here we have a little stand here, an Apple Watch stand. So I already filmed me going around it and taking the video part of it. So after you do that, you have this right here. So actually, we'll play it for you, and you can stop it. And then you can scrub through it. So if you want to see a three-dimensional object all the way around, you can run your finger across it, or you can even tilt the screen. As I tilt the screen, it's tilting and showing me different angles of the object. So this is something that's really cool if you have, like, I don't know, a watch or something that's three-dimensional that you want to send to somebody who's being like, hey, check this out, let me show you what this looks like. And this kind of gives them a more immersive option, a way to look at an object using this. So something really cool. I'm sure there's some other ideas or things you could do with this that I probably can't think of right now, but that's something that's really neat, and that's another option that they did add to the S6 Edge in their camera options there. So let me go back to the menu here. So those are all the different options and such that you have in the camera mode, guys. Hopefully this video was helpful to you. If you have any questions about the things I've showed you in this video, make sure you post them down below. I read each and every question in all my videos, and I will always do my best to get back to you as quick as possible. Just want to once again thank Cell Cashier for sponsoring this video. If you guys want to get cash for your used iPhone, it's very easy, fast, and secure. You just go to their site, you get a quote, you ship your phone, and you get paid. It's that simple. So if you guys enjoy this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. And if you want to stay up to date with all of my videos, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. And I will see you guys in the next video review.